welcome back to FayxoTV. I'm your host, Fayzo. Here I have my guest appearance, Jordan Kenchen. He's one of Instagram's influencers. He's well known for traveling, food reviews, car shows, anything of that sort of caliber, high caliber at that. So please, we ready to dive into it.
I'm ready, man.
So tell us, to all the viewers who don't know you, give us a little insight about who you are.
Jordan Kenchen from Richmond, Virginia, capital city of Virginia, but seeing some small city mindset, like 24, man. Currently a content creator, influencer, and just doing my thing every day with this, man.
It's pretty crazy because most people from Richmond always tell a story, a hell and back story from coming from where they come from. But please tell us, what part of Richmond are you from?
I'm from Highland Park.
Park represent?
I mean, to me, Highland Park is just an area. I don't own the area. I don't own the street that I was on, so I can't really claim it. The things that I claim is the things that I own.
Single, married, or have any young ones?
I'm chilling out here, man. I don't got no kids though, but I mean, I'm chilling out here.
Okay. What schools did you go to, and how was the school life for you coming up?
Henrico High School is the high school I went to. Wilder Middle, all that is like Henrico. But elementary school, I was in the city schools. And it played a big factor, man, because before I went to Henrico, I was really a nerd. So I used to be in elementary school doing chess, math club type things, going to competitions. Yeah, man, I wasn't trying to be in no street shit, man. I was in the books, being a nerd.
That's what's up. Nerds come out with the last laugh in the end, you know that, right?
Hey, man, that's what they say, man, but, you know, this shit a marathon. I'm just...
Hey, shit. I used to be one of my damn self. I can't even hold you. We ready to jump into the college life. Since you told us about high school and stuff, tell us and the viewers that might not be fond of the college life, tell us how was it like molding everyday life in the college, and what was some hardships you had to endure to make it through in college?
First of all, I only went to Virginia State because I had a bro of mine call me. He said, man, we getting so much women out here, all this and the third. I'm already working. I'm already, you know what I'm saying, stacking some checks up. Young. I knew where I wanted to be at, but I didn't know how to get there. And so I was looking for an answer for that. So when he told me that, me being young, chasing these women around, I decided to go to Virginia State. Worst decision I ever made in my life, but it molded me to be who I am today. I always say, man, you gotta have money to make certain things like college. So I feel like we fighting the economic battle, man. So when you go into college, these white people can afford to go to college because they come from great economic structures. Us black people, we don't have that. So I feel like we need to be more economically stable before we make that decision to go to college.
Okay. What were some things from your first person experience about college that had you turned up?
Turned up?
Yeah, man, gotta go back into the college days, man.
I mean, it was cool, man. I don't really think about too much of that stuff right now because I'm living my best life currently. It ain't really about me. I don't like to be one of those people that talk about the past a lot, live in the past, because I'm looking forward to the future. But to answer your question, the parties was fun. I mean, the women was going, but that's not what it's about. I'm living my best life right now, just traveling and experiencing new things, getting outside of what society expects me to do.
Breaking the norm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I respect that, for sure. Ready to be the first one out your family to break the generational curse?
Yeah, man, my family, I love them, and I can't blame them for circumstance, but I just had to be the one to go out there and do the research, put the time in to really break this curse I call it a curse, but it's really just taking the time to get experience, not get a product of your environment. So I don't blame them for what they did, but I had to be the one to take that step.
You feel like so many of young people and young adults out here, they have a sheep herd mentality. They just go with the flow of shit. follow everything that everybody else do?
I feel like that to a certain extent, because I feel like the fans are in the, sheep mentality. They follow whatever is hot, but I feel like as far as those people that's being the leaders, you gotta be different to be a leader. And everybody that's a leader is different in their own way. But I feel like the people that, are the fans and that be the supporters and stuff like that, they just follow whatever is hot in their face, whatever media say is hot. So that's why I feel like I don't really get the credit that I deserve, just because it's on a positive level and not that negativity that they used to.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's effed up how a lot of controversy gets put out to the forefront more than positive shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what media wanted to be. Media not ran by black people. We just the consumers of it. And that's what it is. They know what the consumer want. And the consumer always wants negativity. So we always preach about how we want things to change. How about you put some positivity in your life?
People scared to change.
I agree, man. But you can't be scared, make that first step. Because you're going to always be in the same place forever.
Facts. You can't be in the same place forever. I definitely respect that. Lessons you learned or / had to learn while learning at that institution, whether it had to be life lessons, life situations, dealing with relationships, managing money as a college kid, or being a broke college kid, things of that nature.
I'm going to break it down a little bit and answer each one of those.
Okay.
College taught me this is a marathon. So I can't burn myself out too fast by listening to what everybody say I should do at that moment. And listen to your instincts, because they're not going to tell you wrong. When I do that, it just lets me be able to run this marathon how I want to run it, while I'm not burning out too fast. When I'm going to these different places, I don't have to do this. I don't have to go to Miami every day. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do have to stay consistent with it. So I do need to put forth that first step every single day into being what I wanted to do. And that held me back when I was in college, because I always said I wanted to do something, but I wouldn't take that first step. So now I started taking that first step, and then it came into a couple more steps, and I realized I'm passing so many people that thought this was a sprint. When the whole time, like I said, it's a marathon. And each level I get through, I get better and better, because I keep taking that initial step. I don't stand in one place.
It's like you're not afraid of walking into the unknown.
You can't be scared of walking into the unknown, man, because we don't have the answers out here. But what gives you the answers is experience. And that's another thing college taught me. Life is about experiences. It's not about exactly what you know, it's about what you've been through. You see what I'm saying? So that just built a lot of character for me. Every life lesson that it was a loss at first in hindsight, because people made it seem like you gotta have things so fast. So when I took the time and let time play a factor with me, and 6 months down the line, a year down the line, I manipulated that loss, then it became a lesson. You can't sit in that loss, because in hindsight, it's gonna be a loss. You just gotta give it time, man, keep working, stay focused with it.
Right, respect. Okay. I like how you put that together, because a lot of people, they be dwelling on their L's, and it's unfortunate that we still have to think back on our losses, or big losses that we had to go through and stuff. But at the same time, there's always a lesson involved in that. Not everything is a loss, because some losses could be a door that could close on you, and a better blessing could be for later.
And that's how God works, man.
It's mysterious how God works, right?
It's mysterious how God works. I'm a very spiritual person, as you can see, man. I got my bracelet here for me. It was given to me by a spiritual healer. She came to me and she just told me that I see people envy you a lot. And so I want to give you this to protect you from those people. And I didn't tell her at the time that I felt that energy coming from people, but she just felt it off of me. So that made me very spiritual. I keep this with me. I got some crystals with me that she gave me. And this is my jewelry piece. This is my statement piece. It ain't a rollie, but to keep them haters away, man.
What was a point in your life you said to yourself in college that you didn't want to work for anyone else anymore? And how did that affect your relationships with people after you told them?
Man, I knew I didn't want to work for people in elementary school. So we had this opportunity. Like I said, I was a nerd back then. So they put us in these advanced classes and gave us these advanced experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a CEO came in one day. This was like a career day. Different people came in to tell us things. He came in, tailored suit, briefcase. He just seemed like something I'd never seen before. So when he came, he did his presentation, he said, the job that I have, the career that I have, I can make endless amounts of money. There's no cap to how much money I can make. But at the same time, I can still lose more than just as much as I make.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said that to me, it just stuck with me. Like, it seemed like the risk is all on you. And that's what he was saying. The risk is all on me. I can make as much as I want to, or I can lose it all. But that's all up to me and the decisions that I do. I don't know why at that time it spoke to me, but it just did. And from then, I knew I was gonna be in the business. I had a clothing business.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love to put this shit on, but it was a passion of mine. I might go back to it eventually, but I always knew I was gonna do this. I'm still creative, I'm still in business, and I love what I do.
In the world of business, they say in order to beat the odds and the competition, you have to have a business partner. How did you link up with the business partner, and when did y'all establish y'all brand?
Like I said, man, God is everything. So what I mean, he put the pieces together so perfectly. Just so happened that I met my business partner in college. We all came together. It was 3 of us. We all came together with a plan. And we said, this is what we're gonna do. It was to be a record label. We all had our design tasks and what we was gonna do. I even remember my first studio session that I went to, and it was in a dorm room. I mean, mic is all out. You had to be quiet because sound gonna pick up from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. The song probably sound bad, but it was the beginning. It was that first step. But ever since then, me and my partner just took it so serious. He came to me with an artist. He said, I like this guy, man. I want to invest in him. This is what I want to do. I see the vision in it. This is the song he got, and I think that's the one. He told me that, and I got to work immediately. And I didn't expect him to automatically give me that responsibility of a CEO. I felt like I had to earn that. I had to earn the role that I was given and the role that he wanted me to play. So before I came in and made changes, I sat there and I watched everything that he did with this artist. And I adapted to all the changes that he wanted to do, how he learned. I don't tell him enough, but man, he taught me so much about just being a leader and how to lead, because I thought I could do it until I seen him do it. And I always thought I was this dictate type of person. That's not how you lead. You lead from sitting back and you watching. So I learned that from him. We got together from that, and we've been 10 toes behind this every day since.
As the CEO of Law 35 Records, which I am happy for you, and the growing business ventures that you and your partner are taking on.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man. How did you make it to this point, and what advice you have for those who have inspirations of starting their own company?
We made it to this point by just not stopping when we wanted to stop. There's been plenty of times on both ends we didn't want to keep moving forward. We just wanted to get this over with. It could have been easier to give up a lot of times and just say we don't want to pay for the things that we're paying for anymore. But we still steady did it. And that's how we keep growing. We just keep going every single day. We keep improving 1% each day. And to the advice, if you want to start a business, do your research first. Don't get me wrong, everybody can be a business, but everybody not meant to be a business. That's why we have employees. Mm-hmm. Do your research first, because if you can't take 100% of that risk, don't dive in that water. This is not a little kid's game. Them taxes, that's not a little kid's game. The government, is real, and they want their money. This is not for little boys. If you're gonna do it, be for real about it. But if you're not, it ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with being a doctor. There's nothing wrong with being a lawyer.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being a librarian. There's nothing wrong with it. People make it seem like it's so wrong to have a regular job nowadays with this social media. Give it a break. There's a billion people with regular jobs, man. It's probably 100,000 CEOs. So it's not meant for everybody. But I encourage, especially all my people, to at least give it a chance.
Have you ever had to face any adversity while living life doing what you do? And if so, give us the viewers on how you had to go through that with maintaining the brand.
Man, we done went through so much things. So just things with different artists. Every artist got their own personality. Some have street personalities you gotta deal with. Some have their own personal activities going on in their life you gotta deal with. Because people is gonna be people, and people gonna have emotions. People gonna have baggage. So when you're a CEO, you always gotta deal with everyone's baggage, and nobody's gonna take yours. So you can't complain. You gotta eat that up. You gotta take it like a man. This is why I say this is a grown man business. Men don't complain. Real men don't complain, I should say. So if you're gonna be the type of man to complain about it, go work a job. Cause this ain't something that you can complain about, cause ain't nobody wanna hear that. They wanna hear what you're doing right now.
Tell us the artists you have worked with in the past or currently working with now, and how you see yourself in the future dealing with the music game.
In the future, we're definitely gonna be exactly where we envision ourselves. I mean, we grinding every day, so it ain't like we at the starting point. Because it's about a process to it. So I know we'll see ourselves, we're exactly where we want to be, but we're exactly where we need to be right now. I don't get caught up in trying to drive a Ferrari every day. I'm not on that. But at the same time, we still making successful things out here because people obviously want to be in our shoes. So we got to be doing something right. But in the future, as the process keeps going, more success, more money being made, more deals being made. We are an entertainment agency, though. So I think that in the future, we want to be looked more as an entertainment agency and not a record label. But that's where I see ourselves at.
Have you been in any crazy situations since you have been managing artists, whether it be parties, house parties, clubs, performances, things of that nature?
Man, these niggas almost got me shot, robbed, some most stuff, man. This is the baggage with people, but it coming into it with it. I can't really go into detail about too much what that happened, but
right.
Yeah, we definitely been in some crazy situations. It's more on some if you know type thing, but we don't caught ourselves in that no more. We a record label, we a business. We don't like to get into that.
Now, we're finna get into our next topic. This is everybody's favorite topic. Some may be locked up. Free those who are locked up. But I know once they get out, they're gonna want to travel abroad and stuff.
Free the real men, man. Free the real men.
But the topic is going to be about traveling.
Okay.
So, my first question to you, as a young black man of America, please tell us and the viewers all over the world the countries you have been to, and how was it during your stay?
Wow. I've been in a lot of different places in the United States to start off. Been in Texas, been all through the Carolinas, really all through the East Coast, New York. My dad from New York, so we got some roots up there. Places like Connecticut, Miami, Atlanta, all that different things.
Right.
But outside the country, more so like a lot of the islands, Bahamas, places like that, and Mexico. Mexico was one of my recent ones outside the country that I did. Beautiful experiences, beautiful women, beautiful food, just beautiful place. I loved it. So my next one is gonna be Toronto. Can't wait to do that.
Okay.
Making that a solo trip for me, and see where it takes me. I know I'm gonna meet some beautiful people out there.
That's for people who wants to travel, and some do's and some don'ts for first-time overseas travelers. We don't want to see people get locked up abroad, just like how you know, aka Brittany Grinner. So please go ahead and drop some jewels on us.
I say if you want to travel, just do it. Make a plan for it, stick to it, do it in advance, but just know everything that can go perfect. When I first started traveling, I would travel with $50, $100. You know, you gotta make it work with what you got. I ain't always have all this bread when I was traveling, but I made it look good. You know, I still tried the food out there, still had my experiences, stayed in nice places. That don't necessarily mean I was balling at that time. So you just gotta make it work. So if you want to do something, I'm seeing that you're gonna really do it. And I really wanted to do it. I took those chances. I went to Atlanta for an opportunity to be a content creator. And I did it when car was messed up. So I didn't even know if I was gonna make it there. I didn't know if I was gonna make it back. When I got there, my hotel had canceled on me. They canceled my room. It's 5 in the morning. So most hotels' rooms is booked up. So I was, scrambling a little bit. But I ended up working something out on this nice hotel, downtown Peachtree. Accepted me. So shout out to them. It was a Hilton. Love y'all for that. They accepted me, and we still made it do what it do. But that's just saying that everything's not gonna go right. So you gotta just do it, and you can't be scared to just take that risk. God got you.
Where was your favorite vacation spot, and how did it resonate with your personality?
Favorite vacation spot? That's a good one, man. Tulum was amazing. I can definitely say that just off the different food that was in there. And it was just a whole different environment. I would say Atlanta is a place that I would want to live at just because it goes into the field that I want to be in. And it's very black. That comes with a lot of positive and a lot of negative.